I'm so glad that I have a oh fuck no recorded now on my computer. That'll be handy for later. Really handy. All right. Okay, so pulling this up. And one more. All right, so pulling up my notes. Welcome back to part 3. And we are really doing it. I want to do a check-in real quick. I want to check in with Leslie because I knew we was having it just a moment there. So Leslie, if you would unmute. Thank you, darling.
Hi there.
Hey, so how did that, like, did we have a moment there?
With my number 7?
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. You got it? You're all good?
Oh, I think so. Yes, very much so.
Okay. I had no doubts you would be good, but I was picking on you knowing it was going to blow up. So I wanted to make sure the blow up was just as nuclear as it needed to be without the fallout it could have.
Absolutely. The one thing I love is I do, and then it's good to put the foundation down and then you share, and I now I could revamp. So it's always wonderful.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So now we're going to move into how to get out of this. So give me a moment. Okay, so to align with your North Star, we've already instantly aligned to the North Star. And whatever story we might have told ourselves as to why we thought we couldn't have something, that is now eliminated. So there's nothing between us and our manifestation, nothing between us and our North Star, nothing stopping us from having what we want, except for possibly us, again, getting in our own fucking way, which would be the most common thing that ever happens here. So my job in this world is to teach people how to step into their power, to understand their truth and their power. Because when you unlock your truth, you unlock more power. When you unlock more power, you are then able to create even more and unlock even more power. And it just keeps going on and on and on. Now, normally I do this through the creation code, but the other thing that I am here to do is to take the manifestation, the methods you are already using, and show you how to get better results with them. Because as Z, I hope I'm saying that so correctly, but as Z so eloquently put, she's been fucked so many times, different ways, from 50,000 different teachers from Thursday to Mars, right? And I'm sure we've all had that experience of if we just do this, if we just do that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Z. And so what happens is we get into this space where everything sounds so mystical and so magical, and it doesn't make sense. And we don't even know what the word frequency really means. We don't even understand what the word vibration really means. We're talking about, all kinds of things, and they can't be quantified. So what I want to do is I want to take what you are already doing and show you how to make it work for you. So we are going to do something that is very common. We're going to dissect something that's very common in the manifestation realm. This is like the acting as if, the work from the outcome, the who would you be if you had it, what do you really want? Does everyone understand this concept in manifesting? Drop a 777. I'm stuck on the 777 today. I don't know why. But I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm definitely okay with it. Awesome. So everyone knows this. Like, a lot of the manifesting teachers out there will be like, who would you already be if you had it, right? And what would you be doing, and how would you be acting? And that's how you have to present yourself. Now, the problem is that this works really well for about 2 minutes. Does everyone have that experience? Like, you're like, yeah, I got it, for like 2 whole minutes. So first off, the thing is, when they teach you this, they probably haven't gone through exactly what you need to get to the point. So they haven't gone through the clarity piece. Most teachers don't know that you actually have to have something that sinks into your gut, right? They just take your word for it. Oh, you said you wanted $850,000? Sure, great, we'll work with that, and let's go. So if you tell someone you want $850,000 and it's not really your thing, you're working on like a deck of cards. It's a house of cards. It's not going to work. But then you get to the point of, how would you act as if you got $850,000? Well, this is very interesting because I'm about to tell y'all. So 111 in the comments if everyone thinks that they would be super thrilled and they would have a certain behavior if they received $100,000? 111 in the comments. I mean, Valina, you've just been with me too long now. You're blowing my game here. You're taking all the fun out of my room. You're like the fun sponge. You're like, I'm sucking all the fun out of the room. I'm teasing. I'm proud of you. You're doing good. All right. So this is the most common thing, right? Like you think if you get something, you're going to feel different. You're going to all of a sudden be different. You think you're going to have this big reaction. So the most common thing that I relate this to is like, you know, it can be a feeling or behavior, Kimberly. It doesn't really matter. My point here is like, the easiest thing I relate this to is the law of attraction when they're like, how would you feel if you had $1 million? You all think you would feel fucking different if you had $1 million, don't you? 111 in the comments. Go ahead. Come on. 111. Y'all think you would feel fucking different. I know it. Now, maybe you don't, maybe you're like, I know Sherry's fucking tricking because this is like, you know, this is the shit she does. I'm on to her. I'm about to tell y'all. I'm about to blow it up. And I had somebody tell this to me and share it with me when I was working with them in a different perspective. You feel like you would be relieved and so grateful. But that's no different than you feel right now. I had $100,000 in the bank, cash, liquid. I felt and acted and behaved the exact same. I had a $60,000 wire come in one day. Felt the exact same. I had a $200,000 day. Felt the exact same. Nothing about me changed. I was literally happy for about 20 minutes the day I made 200,000. So like, we all have a happiness factor. Like think of the last shirt you bought that you really loved and you're like, oh, you get home and you're so happy and you put it on, you try it on, and you're like, oh, and it wears off after 20 minutes. Or the last vacation you went on that you really wanted to go on and you're like, oh, this is going to be so amazing. And you get there and it's amazing. And like 2 weeks later, the memories start to like become less prevalent. I had a client who was exorbitantly obese. Got that like literally surgically. It's like it was a lot. Dropped a couple 100 pounds. He said to me, he's like, I thought I would feel so much different. I thought I would be someone different. But I wasn't. I was just the same. And much like me, I was still in survival mode even when I was making money. Hello. Our identity doesn't change until we change our identity. And so this man, his identity hadn't changed. He'd gotten down to 320. And this man was like 6'5". So that was like, he really couldn't get much skinnier. There was not much left for him to lose. 6'5". He still felt like he was 600 pounds. You are under the illusion that will happen, that something will snap, something will change when you get something. The fact of the matter is, every single moment of your life has been a miracle. He didn't have surgery to lose the weight. He was going to have surgery. Or no, he did have surgery. Did he have surgery? He did have surgery and then he still had to lose, like it was a whole different thing. But he also then, after he had surgery, he gained the weight back and we had to re-lose the weight. So it went both ways. But the point that I'm making here is, just like I took you through the exercise of the time, the energy, and the money aren't the thing that's going to get you where you want. The illusion that you believe something will be so drastically different is an illusion. I made 7 figures in my business. I thought this would change everything for me. am sitting here in my office in the same fucking chair I always sit in, doing the one thing I really fucking love outside of my family. But I think we can conclude is I'm just the same as all y'all. I got up and went TT on the break too. Made some more coffee. I drive a Toyota minivan. My life did not change. In fact, I thought it would change so much. I blew so much money that I got like out of alignment with my values. And I had to tighten up and see who I really was. Because you see, I always really liked nice things. I always had Chanel bags. I always had Gucci. I always had all those things. I have things that make me happy. But those didn't define me. But I thought because I now had more money, I had to have more of those things, and I didn't really love them. So like today I'm coming at you like from this is literally an $8 sweater, I think, from like H&M or something. I had to get back into my values because having more doesn't change us. It's our perception of what we think we have to be. So if we're prepared before we have more, when we have more, we get so much more than what we had, what we thought we would get. Now, how do you get there? This is what everyone wants to know. The perception of what we think we have to be. That is so key. So key. Thank you. Thank you for that, Athena. Sorry, I don't know where I went there. I don't even know how that happened. My mouth is on another drive. So how do we get there? So we've all heard of the acting as if, work from the outcome. Who is the person? So I did this my first year of business. So I had a couple of upsets my first year of business, and I don't know if any of you have been with me some of you have been with me that long, but my first year of business, my first month of business, I made $12,000. My first year of business, I made $100,000 in the first 8 months. Right around month 5, right around month 6, people started coming after me. Shit started going south because I came up really quick. I was making money, changing lives. I was the first psychic business coach out there. So people started coming after me, and I had to go, well, wait, I don't know what the fuck to do here. So I made a decision. It was the best decision I ever made, and it's become a part of my core teachings. How would a coach who makes $300,000, or how would a psychic business coach, or how would a spiritual entrepreneur, or whoever the fuck I think I am, whatever my identity is, how would I behave if I had a $300,000 a year business? Would not give 2 fucks about the girl that just kicked me out of her Facebook group because she didn't want the competition. I wouldn't sit around hurt. Sherry helped me go from 0 to 30K a month, homeless to housed. Thank you. I didn't do it. You did. I was simply the guide, but thank you. That's a beautiful, beautiful acknowledgement. But I had to make a decision, and I had to decide. And I made every single decision that. And this was based on my North Star. So based on your North Star, which your North Star right now is, I'm going to operate outside of the survival mode. I am going to thrive, not survive. That is your North Star. So in every single thing that you do, this is where you're not being taught in the realm of manifesting. Every decision you make it according to your North Star. Is this bringing me closer to those 3 clients at 15,000? Can you come to our podcast? We have 5 podcasts a month. We'd like to include you in one. I don't know. Let me look at your metrics. Let me see what you have. Does this align with where I'm going? Does this bring me closer to my 3 clients or further from my 3 clients? Because there's only 2 ways to go. You can either go toward your North Star, or you can go get fucking lost in the desert. Just feeling biblical this Saturday. No, you are not a thriver. You are a thriver. You went from surviving to thriving. Let's get all the way through it. All the way through it, sister. All the way through it. So wherever you are, whatever your North Star is, you embody that. Now, here's what happens. You fall out of that. Life happens. And this is where you have to be diligent. You can do this. This is the key. So every single thing, you have to bring this back to your North Star, day by day by day, by minute by minute by minute by hour. You have to be so serious that you are breathing and living embodiment of your North Star. You do this. So the thing here is, you can't say how you would feel because how you think you would feel is not how you would really feel. Now, if you're going from surviving to thriving, then you are going to feel relaxed. So you want to find ways to feel relaxed. But for the most part, if you think you're going to feel this big moment of elation, if you think you're going to feel this big moment of like relief, then you are using this as a savior moment. Did that hit anyone in the heart? Give me a 333. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I want you to ground it. What does it mean to ground? There you go. See, let's make this spa days as a wealthier version of me. I mean, that could be possible, but how are you going to do that right now? If you're surviving, that tells me you don't have the money to invest in spa days. And spa days aren't going to get you where you want to be, right? Buying a book on investing, buying my last 2 workshops on energy. You have extra money for the spa, buy something that is going to get you there. Not the spa. Buy something that will get you one step closer. And look, I'm not trying to get you to spend money on me. I'm not. Ask anybody here. No, I make stuff affordable. I make it available. You buy it or you don't buy it. But like, if you have money for the spa, it sounds to me like you need to learn more about investing, or you need to go out and find, like, you have got to do things. You've got to do things that will get you there. This is the difference in the teachings in the spiritual community is it's not about acting at this. And I had to learn this the hard way, but it's not about like, oh, at this level, I'm going to be the person who spends the day at the spa, who goes and gets the blowouts, who does this. But your courses are extremely underpriced for such priceless value. Yeah, thank you. They are. I'll work on my money mindset there. I'm sure my $60,000 clients think that too. Actually, maybe they do. Maybe my $60,000 clients think that my courses are still fucking pennies on the dollar to them, right? That's very possible. Everything is subjective. I mean, if I've had people make 160,000 in 2 months, like, what is 60,000? They're still ahead 100. I'll take that kind of return. My point here is that it's not the things, you don't do the things that you think you're going to be doing, like spending money on vacations, buying champagne, inviting people to things and paying. That's not who we're talking about when I talk about embodiment. I'm talking about the day-to-day feelings, the day-to-day actions that will move the needle closer. So when I was becoming the $300,000 a year coach, which I did, thank you very much, by the way, I was doing the actions. I was doing the actions. What's going to get me there? Selling clients, serving clients, helping people. Sure, I went and had the blowout and things. I was used to that. That was part of who I had always been, and I had always had money for that. But I didn't do them as part of the embodiment factor. When you are embodying, who are you at the $300,000 level? Or whatever your level is. So if you are embodying 6 figures as a healer, well, if you're a healer, you better be out there peddling your wares every day. If you're an astrologist, you better be out there reading the stars for people, dropping knowledge bombs on them, because that is at 300,000 or 100,000 what you need to be doing. You have got to have a way for the money to come in. You have to be embodying the person. When we say the person, we mean the identity. So I wanted to embody a $300,000 business coach. I had to be writing the posts. I had to be doing the videos. I had to be teaching. I had to be selling. I was doing all those things. And then here's where it gets really key. every decision I didn't make through the identity of who I was at that moment, because that would keep me in the circumstances that put me in the deficit of time, money, and energy. The biggest blocks that everyone comes to me with. I didn't make decisions based on who I was. I made decisions based on who I wanted to be. My future version, because where is my promise? Where is my dream? Where's my manifestation? In the future. I intersected that future dream with that future me. And you see that little X point right there, that point right there, that point right there? That's where I made all of my decisions from, that intersection. I didn't say, okay, I don't have money, so I can't take this course. I said, okay, I need to find a way to make more money so I can take this course. Yeah, that was a very real thing. I had to hire a coach. And I'm not saying you have to. You probably have to at some point if you really want to get far. I had to take all of my decisions, all of my actions from this intersection. I didn't get to wake up and go, you know what? I don't want to do all the things today. I just want to be an entrepreneur and live this laptop lifestyle on the beach and book a fucking ticket to the beach so I could take pictures. I could have done that. And it might have been fun, but I would have been walking around going like, who am I? It's 777 if this is landing. Immaculate integration. I love that. Does everyone see that by altering and filtering everything through who they want to be in accordance with their North Star, you will get there? So many tell you to go buy expensive things to be the future you. All that does is make you broke as fucking hell. You can go broke real quick pretending to be someone that you will never get to be. How are you going to spend money if you want to stack cash? Like, that's my biggest question to these people. How, just because I put Tiffany around my neck, am I going to feel wealthy? Wealthy doesn't come externally. Wealthy comes internally. Let that hit you. You buy those things so other people will think you're wealthy. But what do you really need to do so you think you're wealthy? Drop it in the comments. For those of you who are wanting to manifest money, drop that in the comments. So many coaches preaching this. Yes, I know. I can't fix every fucking coach, but what I can do is show up here and show up for you and serve you with the truth. With the truth. You already showed me how to manifest money. Yes. Once you know how to manifest money, you will never go back. You will never be broke. Yes, it is. I love it. All right. So this will get you there. Becoming, acting in the body, embodied sense, by making decisions, by planning your day, by moving closer to your North Star will get you there. How fast will it get you there? I can't say. It could take a long time. You can get there faster by working with your own unique energy. And within your own unique energy, you have power portals that will unlock the time, the entire timeline, so you can actually say when your manifestation is coming in. But right now, at this point, I have given you every single thing you need to manifest everything you want right now. You have detached from what you thought was stopping you. You have broken the illusion on probably more than one thing. You have transformed into the person that knows that you are instantly aligned to exactly what you want. 777 if all of this is true for you. And now you know what you need to do every single day moving forward from here. Any decision you make, is this taking me to my North Star or further from my North Star? Get up every day, proclaim and claim your North Star. Get in the direction of that North Star. Take steps toward that next star. Do the actions to get to the North Star. You will hit the North Star. You can't fucking miss it. If 3 blind men in a goddamn fucking winter can figure it out without a map or GPS, for fuck's sake, y'all can get there. I mean, I'm just saying. Y'all can get there. Do y'all get that? 333. Thank you. This is how you get there. Now, if you want to get there faster, we can talk about that. You can actually take control of the timeline. Once you understand your own unique manifesting codes, you can take control of the timeline. You can move it further. You can move it closer, whatever is comfortable for you. You are here to have power over your desires. Your whole point of living is not to learn lessons. That's another spiritual fallacy that we probably don't have time for today. Damn, that's undeniable, earth-shattering clarity. Yeah, that's welcome to my call. So if you want to get there faster, if you want to take control over this, if you want to step into that power, this is the last time, I believe, as long as my team has the new funnel set up, this is the last time you'll be able to get into the creation code without going through an application process. The creation code is a 13-week course. You can go through this privately with me. You can go through this live with a group. The creation code literally is the formula where you unlock how you manifest in every single way. It's how you manifest money. It's how you manifest your desires. It's how you manifest your North Star on your timeline. My clients that go through this have been able to manifest things within 30 days because these are your unique manifesting codes. And every desire you have has its own code. So when you use your unique manifesting code and your desires code, all you do is close the gap. And you have control over that because once you actually know your unique manifesting code, you are then able, it happens automatically, your personal power portal is activated. When your personal power portal is activated, that gives you an exact data feedback system for how far away your manifestation is. It is completely unheard of in the manifesting community. Nothing is this precise out there. This is literally the exact thing that I use. Athena says, so Athena used this to meet Kourtney Kardashian like 4 times when she went to California. It's been insane. So this is the last time the doors are going to be open without an application. I only take so many people into this because you all have spent time with me, almost 3 hours on this workshop, because you've gotten to know me. I trust all of you. There's no one here that I think would like blow things up. I'm very careful about the energy that I keep in that space because of what we are working with. So if this is something that you're interested in, send me a message and we can have a chat about it. This is only going to be open. I don't even know how long this is going to be open. As soon as the funnel goes up, the offer goes away. There it is. You just, when it comes time to it, you'll have to apply. But this is literally the last class you will need in manifesting because it grows with you. This is not the manifesting class where you have to learn one method and another method. I've used this manifesting method to go from where I was to where I am to where I'm going. People have done this 5 times over. Every time I run it, they get back in because they want to manifest something bigger. It grows with you because you're working with your own unique energy. You actually don't outgrow it. It's an evolutionary mechanism that works with your energy. Valina, would you mind unmuting yourself? I have some clients here. If anyone wants to share a bit about how life-changing the creation code is, or working with me, or anything, if you would just take a moment and you can drop it in the comments and we'll go through. Hey, Valina.
Hey. So I did the creation code. I actually noticed Sherry on my Facebook timeline. I was like, oh, she's pretty. She looks like she's having a good time. Let's see what she's about. And I had no idea that it was going to be so life-changing. I am a completely different woman than I was when I had my first conversation with Sherry, and I'm crying about how things aren't going right, and I'm in my own way and I can't get out of it, and I don't have those concerns anymore. I'm able to make decisions. I'm a better mother. I'm a better wife. I'm a lot calmer in myself. And I mean, those aren't the material things that I thought I wanted, but come to find out I didn't want the material things I was chasing.
And now you
So,
have some very real things that you want and you're going after and getting them.
exactly.
Can we talk about what you did create? Like 2 children's books, a painting?
Yes, I
Oh,
started painting again. I've wanted to write children's books for years and never felt, I was always like, oh, I can't do it. That's not for me. And going through the creation code, my creativity came back. I wrote 2 books in maybe a matter of an hour. I'm actually working with my friend. She's doing the illustrations. We're going to get it published. So it's just, I wouldn't have done that.
she's gonna have a plan to
Like,
make 6 figures off of these books. We had a
mhm.
talk about that. Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Valina. I appreciate that.
Of course.
That's so wonderful. I loved having you. Anyone else? I know we have a couple other people here. If anyone else would feel comfortable coming on and saying anything. And if not, that's
I'll,
okay.
I'll share a little something. One of my biggest shifts that I had was to help me move forward from a very toxic relationship. So it was very life-changing. I don't know how to, I'm at a loss for words at the moment, but it helped change my world. So amongst other little things along the way, like selling my mother's co-op and all these other things, it helped my life in many ways that I'm at a loss for words because I'm about to cry because it was just so beautiful.
Aw, thank you. And you're still using it and you're still getting results.
Always, absolutely.
And you're
I
a
know, I
past
need,
alumni.
yeah, yes, I need to connect with you and Valina at some point and give some updates.
Awesome.
We'll have
We
to
would
Zoom or
love
something.
Thank you, Leslie. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Is there anyone else that wants to share? Otherwise,
Sherry,
I have some questions
I
here.
would be happy to share something.
Oh, okay. We would love to hear from you, Athena. Thank you.
So it's really hard for me not to get emotional when we start to talk about the things that have happened for me in my life since I started engaging with you and the content that you provide. And you said something earlier about you're not here to sell courses, blah, blah, blah. I just really want to hone in on the fact for a moment that you offer so much free content that I have learned from, that people have learned from. You bless lives all over. I appreciate that your courses, when people do engage, are affordable. What you offer is real and true. And I think, as one of the other people on the call had mentioned, like there's so many other people and things out there, but they can kind of take us down a rabbit hole and in a lot of directions that don't help us get what we're looking for. And then we start to question, like, why isn't this happening for me? Why isn't this working? And I think, Sherry, you've always put things, you've made them real and you've made them understandable and you've made them achievable. Like today's call isn't easy. Uncovering and challenging our own mindsets isn't always a comfortable place to be and be vulnerable, but it's in that we grow. And, Sherry, it's no secret to you that I had been homeless 3 times in 3 years with 3 children. And I don't have drugs or alcohol problems. I had a wonderful career for 25 years. I made great money, and like everything just completely fell apart. And I went into this victim mindset. Sherry helped me to get out of that victim mindset. Sherry helped me to realize and embrace my power. And something remarkable happened. And you may have heard people talk about how, as you start to change and you start to shift, your world around you changes and shifts. And there's absolutely nothing that means more to me than my children. And so when I'm here in my room and I'm in these sessions and I'm doing my thing, they're not here. They're not listening. They're not hearing what I'm being taught. But my energetic shift completely and totally has changed my kids. And we are all living a life where we're thriving. Even my daughter, who is 21 and lives in another state, not even in my household, had shifted in ways that she didn't even understand her growth and where that was coming from. And when I would go to see her, like, our mindset was so aligned and our energy was so aligned. So it wasn't even just about what I gained from this, but it impacted my life and my children. And I will forever be grateful to Sherry. I mean, I still come on any training that I can because I always learn something. I always reconnect with the things that she taught me. So
Thank you so much,
Sherry.
Athena. That's so lovely. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. So I think the thing that I want to talk about with the creation code, what makes it so different is I don't require you to go through all of the healing and all of the things that are keeping you stuck. Somebody's asking, will we learn energy shielding techniques and all of that? No, what I'm going to do, the creation code is broken up into 3 different phases. So in the first phase of the creation code, I take you from where you are and I calibrate you to your highest level of power. So this is why I don't have to spend time in your past with your trauma, with your healing. Now, this works for about 99.999% of the people. Most of the women I've worked with have experienced all types of abuse. And because of this abuse, you can get help in your own time, but you can also manifest what you want without having to dive down that rabbit hole to get there. I was so upset that everything I wanted in life, teachers told me, coaches told me, gurus told me, I had to do all the healing. I had to do all the inner work. I had to forgive. Like, I don't know what the fuck forgiveness has to do with me being able to pay my rent this month. Okay. This is not that program. In the first phase, we are going to take you from where you are to the highest level of power and truth that you can unlock. And we're going to do this, and it is going to lock in. And just like Athena said, it's going to affect the people around you. Everyone around you is going to come up to a higher level. When Wayne Dyer said that you actually change your vibration and you affect your family, what he meant is you change your identity, you change who you are, how you behave, and you start embodying something. The rest of everyone around you, the rest of your household is going to raise in vibration, meaning they are going to follow suit. Like Athena said, her children are not in survival mode. I've seen it in my own household with my husband's money mindset. My daughter at 7 years old knew what a victim was, right? All of this happens because of our change. We are the leaders of our household, of our homes, of tomorrow's future. So we want to calibrate to the highest level of power. And then we are going to hone in on what it is you really want. Like Felina said, she came to me and she wanted all this starry-eyed stuff. I said, you go, sis, we're going to get it. As long as it's what you want. That one little caveat. As long as it's what you want. You can have anything you want as long as it's what you really want. And we're going to hone in on that, because the chances are you probably can't find what you think you really want. You probably think you know what you really want. You want the 100K months, you want the 50K months, you want the 20K, whatever it is. But if you don't have it, there's something there, and it's probably not how you're going to get there. And then we wrap this up in the last phase. The last phase, you're going to get complete access to your own unique manifesting codes. It's going to unlock and activate your power portals, which will show you exactly how fast and where on the timeline your stuff is coming in. Now, are you going to get exactly what you want? Many people do. Eleanor created $46,000 her first time in this. And then she did it again, and she sold her condo for like $25,000 more than it was worth. And she used it for so many other things. I have another client that went through this. She hadn't made a sale in 2 years, and she had a $36,000 sale. Hadn't sold in 2 years. She had a $36,000 sale. I've had people who have gone and done this, and they've gone from like single to married in 10 months. It's different for everyone. But the thing that you're going to walk away with is the power to always create what you want in any circumstance from here on out. I am this way all through my calls. I shoot straight. I don't play around. If you're dancing in the stars, you can dance in the stars all you want. But I'm going to tell you what's really going on, because I want you to get results. Because this is your one shot. This is your life. You are here to have the experiences. And maybe the first couple of things that you want to manifest aren't what you think you want. But what happens is you build that muscle and you learn your unique manifesting codes, and you can then create the really big things that you do want, the things that have you starry-eyed. So somebody asked the price. The creation code is $1,000 paid in full. There are payment plans. If you want private, that's an additional fee. We can talk about that. There, the wait list, yeah. Straight talk, no BS. I love it. So the wait list, yes, there is a wait list, and that's everyone is going to get sent through that, and they're going to have to fill out the application. So if you are interested in finding out more about the creation code, if you feel like this is for you, go ahead, shoot me a message. We can have a chat. You can shoot me a message right here on Facebook. I am going to the gym in an hour before we Mardi Gras. So I have about an hour. I'm happy to answer any questions right here, right now, about the creation code, about the workshop we just went through, about whatever I can answer and serve you, I am here. You have my attention now. I'm trying to find, and it's a high, so here's the other thing. I don't entertain the blogs and all the stories that you've created about your life, because every other coach has done that as a way to take your money, because that's a longer journey to get to where you want to. I don't think Belina would mind me sharing this with you. Belina is a very straightforward woman. I love that. She would come to me and she'd be like, I feel like this is in, I have this. And I said, I don't want to hear all of that. None of that has anything to do with your future. None of that has any strings attached to your desire. I would not allow Belina, just like I will not allow any of you to hold yourself hostage to what is no longer you. So do we have questions? Don't hesitate. It's worth every penny. Thank you, Tori. So worth it. Thank you, Belina. Does anyone have any questions? Will this workshop be available to share? Yeah, my team is going to make this available. Thank you. I don't know how long it'll be free, but it's available for now. This is some of the best money you'll ever invest, says Shanika. Thank you. Shanika's done pretty well just from she's done the power code and the creation code, and she's done incredible with both.
Hi, I wanted to ask Sherry, will there be payment plans?
Yes, if you need a payment plan, you can reach out.
Thank you so much. Just had to ask.
Yes, no, absolutely, absolutely. The paid in full price is $1,000. The payment plan is going to be slightly more. So if anyone wants to get in, if you know this is where you're headed, if you know this is a fit, if you know that you're ready for a big quantum leap in 2022 is your year, if you need payments, we can definitely do that. That's not going to be a problem.
Oh, thank goodness.
Of course. I definitely want to take the creation code. Next step is to message on Facebook or email. You should definitely just message me on Facebook. If we're not connected, send me a friend connection request. Is your name Francine D'Ambrosio on Facebook?
Oh, Sherry, I also wanted to ask, will we be able to keep this course so we can just keep doing it over and over and over?
I do not know that, because this is a paid private client workshop. I do not know that it will be infinitely available for free. I do know that you will have replay access.
Oh, okay. And what about when we get into we start doing the payment plans, when we pay in full for the actual, creation code program? Will we be able to keep notes?
You
on
have
that?
lifetime access to the creation code.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Of course, you have lifetime access to the creation code. You can take it over and over and over as many times as you want on your own. You actually get 13 or 14. I can't remember which one it is. Fuck, I'm always forgetting something. You get 13 weeks of calls with me and a group to take you through it. It's a very powerful time. It gives you plenty of time. Each month you get an integration week, so you can actually assimilate and integrate the new things that you're going through. I've never had a problem with anyone going, I needed more time, because it gives you plenty of time to fall behind, plenty of time to jump ahead. Athena says the calibration is the bomb. The calibration is everything. You have never been calibrated to your power until you've taken my calibration. Like, it takes you from where you are to like 10 levels up. So yes, Francine, if your name is Francine, I will be looking out for you on Facebook and we can connect. And you could just, once we connect, you can message me and it'll land in my inbox. I don't know where to find you. Oh, you just sent me a friend request. We're friends. What a beautiful eye you have. All right, there. Now you'll be able to message me all that you want. Don't send me any nude pictures unless they're really hot guys with money, because I like money. No, I'm teasing. All right, what other questions do we have? Y'all have been amazing. Yes, you are so welcome. All right. Thank you. Amazing as always. Thank you for being such a blessing to us in the world. Thank you. I mean, thank you guys, because without you, I would not get to be here doing what I live to do. This is my purpose. This is my love. This is my passion. I'm sure you can tell this is my passion. I've been sitting here teaching this workshop for 3 hours. When does it start? So as soon as you pay, you'll get access and you will start. You're going to go into the queue and you're going to have your own time and you'll be with whoever is going through it with you. And Everything unlocks as you go. So if you join today, you'll get access to the materials you need for the first call. We have 3 calls a month and an integration week. I'm always in the group. You can always tag me. You can always get answers, even if you can't make the calls, whatever it is. Always so informative. Definitely needed this kick in the ass to get back on track. Woo woo! You are so welcome. Thank you, Leslie. And thank you to everyone who shared the kind words. Thank you to everyone who showed up. Thank you for making this such a great workshop. Here's the thing before you go, I would love a testimonial from you. If you are not getting in the creation code, that is fine. If you've enjoyed this workshop, that would be amazing. Send me a testimonial about where you were before this, the breakthroughs, why you trusted me, how amazing this was, how you see this helping you. If you would recommend me to other people, anything like that, send me a DM on Facebook, tag me in a post, send it to me on Instagram, send it by carrier pigeon, email me at sherry@thesherryhemstreet.com. I don't care, but if this has helped you, I would love for you to pay it forward so someone else can find the trust from social proof that I am the real deal and I am here to help. That is my one request in life. If you could do that, that would be amazing. All right. Do we have any other questions about the creation code? Any questions about the workshop? Any questions about manifesting and what's going on here that I can help with? That we have covered from the content?
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Will we have to unlearn all of that?
You don't have to unlearn anything. I make it so easy. I take you where you are and I raise you up and I empower you and I give you the tools that you need. So the shit that you've been carrying around literally drops away. It drops away. It sounds magical. It's not. It sounds, I mean, Leslie, can you say that? Like, thank you. Thank you, Shanika. I appreciate you. Yeah, Tori says it's a step-by-step process. Just follow the steps as she lays them out. That's all it is. And it's something that anyone can do. You don't need anything special. You need to be able to like log into a computer or a phone, listen to the audio, listen to the recording, listen to the lesson, and then just keep following it. That's it. Shanika says yes, step by step. It is magical. I mean, it's kind of magical, but I don't want them to think it's like that magical pie in the sky. Like I'm like every other manifesting guru. I am not like every other manifesting guru. Thank you, Leslie. Yes, yes. All right. I can see we still got lots of people here and that's fantastic. I want to make sure I'm serving you. And I want to make sure that if you need to get into the creation code, if this is your time, then we can definitely make that happen. I can answer the questions you have. I can do whatever it takes to make sure you have the information you need to make a decision, right? If the decision is yes, I'm getting in, or if the decision is, I just want to know if this is right for me. I want it to be a clear hell yes or a clear hell no, I'm good. I don't need this. Because that's what it's really about. Fritzy, no. No questions? I most definitely need the payment plan. Okay, we can get you that. Does anyone else need the payment plan? Does anyone else need to reach out to me to talk about this? Francine, you're going to need a payment plan? Okay, we can do that.
I also wanted to ask Sherry, will we be able to like make this an autopilot type of reality once we learn it, like make it habitual where we don't have to keep rehearsing the right mantras and mudras and all that?
Never again will you have to do a mantra. Valina, could I ask you to step up, or Leslie, could I ask you to step up and answer this, please?
Oh yeah. No mantras. I'm not one for mantras myself, so definitely no mantras.
And is this something that you just plug and play? It just works now once you know it?
Plug and play. You have to do it.
It's just a matter of doing it.
Yep.
And it gets easier every round you do it.
Yes, it does.
I have
I'll
the creation
hop on
code.
and answer that too, is you do just have to do it. Like it's not on autopilot in the sense of like, oh, I'm just going to listen to Sherry and it's going to magically happen. Like she tells you what to do and you still have to do the work. But if you follow her steps, step by step, then it's going to work. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. And then the more habitual it is. But you fall off track, you just go back, you listen to it again and you do it again.
Yeah. Thank you, Tori. Thank you. It's
Mhm.
amazing having you here. Lisa says,
I
I have the
agree.
creation code. I fell off track. This session has definitely motivated me to get back to it. Girl, you need to get back to it. Get back to it. And when you have questions, tag me in the group. I am always available.
And another thing I really like about the creation code is if you do fall off track, it's not like starting from square one. You really, it's like muscle memory. It's there, and it just takes a little bit to get right back on the horse and get moving forward again. So, but you do have to do it.
Yeah. And once you do it, it's really only like 3 steps and then 20 minutes of work. That's really it. It's 3 steps. Calibrate to the higher level, figure out what you really want, and do the unique manifesting codes. 3 steps. I mean, it's not ask, believe, receive, but you actually end up with the shiz you want at the end of it. So it's a little better that way, I would say. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. If no one has any other questions, if anyone is committing to send me a testimonial, that would be amazing. Let me know. I will look for that. If you need to connect and ask questions about the course, if you need payment plans, if you're not sure if it's for you, please just reach out. Like, I am the most human. I'm just at the end of the DMs, and sometimes I do see them and sometimes I don't. It is Mardi Gras, so I'll be on and off my phone, and me and my daughter are going to the gym in an hour, but you have me for an hour, and then after that, I'll just be around checking my phone when I get a chance. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for your testimonials. I cannot wait to see what you've posted on Instagram and see who is getting that, see who is getting those sessions from me. I love you all.